solution could be, then you should type it in even if you're not sure about it. If you don't type anything, you'll never know about your idea. I see that a lot in my data, that they come up with a false solution and they report having had a strong aha experience. So they have this positive emotional response, but the solution is actually wrong. So this is a false insight.
The words, "Describe your solution," appear on the screen. The woman types, "The man had tape on his hands."
The focus of my work at the moment is on the memory advantage of insight. So I asked them, last week you came into the lab and you solved magic tricks and you found solutions. This week we would like to know which solutions you can still remember. And interestingly, those solutions for which they reported stronger aha moments are more likely to be remembered than those solutions for which they reported no insight or lower insight. So there seems to be something about having an aha experience that makes the content of what we learn in that moment more memorable.
In a moment, let's try an interesting experiment. But for this experiment to work, you'll need 3 objects. So please go find a coin, any denomination, a mobile phone or a remote control, and finally a glass, maybe a mug. Oh, the wine glass. Let's do that. And we'll get back to those in just a moment.
The nature of things.
Have you got your kids, Kobe? You better take a rain check on that. He's got lip fungus they ain't identified yet.
Holiday Like You Mean It on CBC. Brought to you in part by Walmart.
Whatever your journey, there's a Ford SUV to take you there.
I've never been able to match a pair of socks, which is ironic because my name is Melissa Match. So designing my living room? Yeah, right. Fortunately, Urban Attitudes by Lazy Boy is a collection of affordable, distinctly styled pieces that mix together perfectly. So perfectly, I couldn't mismatch them if I tried. The Black Friday sale. Hurry in for great savings. Urban Attitudes by Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Nicorette Quick List can help you finally quit smoking. So you're not stopping, you're starting. With Nicorette Coolberry Quick Mix, you're almost 150% more likely to quit. Nicorette, do something amazing.
In my heritage, we use oils for everything. So when I started coloring my hair and found that it was not very shiny, I thought, let's go back to using oils. And that's what attracted me to Olia. It gives my hair that shine it loves and it's ammonia-free. Discover the power of Olia by Garnier, naturally.
Philips Sonicare is caring by design. Its advanced sonic technology pulses water between teeth to break up plaque and sweep it away for a complete clean you can really feel. Philips Sonicare.
Mr. Cool Uncle tried the birthday bounce castle. Got a back strain. Yikes, what a shame. Robax dual action formula relieves pain and relaxes tight muscles. Everyone wants to go out. But if it's togetherness you crave, maybe the best seat in the house tonight is at your house. So savor the moment with the sophisticated taste of Miss Vicky's.
Every Volvo is thoughtfully designed with you and your family in mind. Designed with world-leading safety and unprecedented luxury. It's the family of vehicles your family deserves. This holiday season, lease or finance a 2019 Volvo XC90, S90 or V90 Cross Country at the Volvo Family Event for just 2.9% and receive an additional $2,000 holiday bonus. On now for a limited time.
Thursday,
Make some snow into dough.
just in time for the holidays.
I'm all about Christmas miracles.
Santa and his helpers are coming to town.
Ho, ho, ho.
will their pitches get a frosty reception?
Nowhere near me does it say I'm an angel.
Or are the dragons in a festive spirit?
Be a great stocking stuffer.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Dragon's Den, holiday special, Thursday at 8 on CBC. Presented by Canada Post, solutions for small business.
The nature of things. Julie Ing.
Great, now you have your 3 objects, your coin, your mobile phone, and your glass. Take those 3 objects and lay them down in a row in front of you, in any order you like. You know what, go ahead, mix them up, I won't even look. Okay? Now, take the coin and exchange it with the item to the right of it. If there's nothing there, just leave it where it is. Now take the glass and exchange it with the item to the left of it. And if there's nothing there, just leave it where it is. And finally, take your mobile phone and exchange it with the item to the right of it. Now there are 3 things in front of you. Take your left hand and reach down for your leftmost object, raise your glass, and say cheers with me.
London, England. Boats floating on the River Thames and a close-up shot of cars and buses driving across Tower Bridge.
Welcome. On behalf of SOMA, the Science of Magic Association, and Goldsmith, it's a real honour and pleasure to welcome you all to our first ever conference. I have to say, at the beginning when we came up with this idea, the idea was that we would just perform ourselves. Little did we know that we're going to have the world's greatest magicians on stage, so this is really amazing surprise, a wonderful surprise. Let's see what actually happened. Don't worry, your rings are still there, okay? Oh yes, can you see this? Look, they just happen to be linked. Now here we are. Can you see that? They're linked together. I'm practicing the silk trick at home in front of a mirror. You know, I can't fool myself and go like, oh, how did I do that? No, that's not the thing, you know. But and as you know, your brain is rather complicated. And it likes to fool itself a lot of times. And then if suddenly a glass of orange juice appears, cheers everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
In my opinion, Juan Tamariz is one of the brightest magicians in the world. And Juan has got very specific and beautiful theories, really, about magic that analyze magic in an incredibly deep way and look at sort of like the multiple layers of deception that are involved in creating some of these amazing magical mysteries.
And I put the case inside, and you put the thumb here. Remember, your card is inside the case, inside the deck, and you play. For the first time, tell me loud, which is the card that you choose freely. You choose one card. Which one?
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts.
Juan taps the box of cards with his right hand.
And the King of Hearts. I wrote a book about 5.
From the studio, who knows, but you could actually hear, like I've got, I don't know, 20 different sessions of Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys, how it evolved into what it was, because it was done in sections, right? All of that's out there now to hear.
Well, that's easy how they got it.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's been going on in the bootleg world forever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Rob's home, and then they put it through the back door. But that's an interesting point, though. You know, when you're an artist and back in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, where you had actual control over the releasing of the music, before the box sets became so popular by collectors, and before, partly all of this mystery of the creating of the songs are now available to people more and more through these streaming sites, through YouTube, through Spotify, or whatever it is, or that there are official releases on various box sets. So it comes out to that, talking about the gatekeepers could also be the bands itself and the artists and the record labels saying, this is what you are only allowed to listen to, Blonde on Blonde. Here's the only official tracks on there. Now, these people, these gatekeepers, these collectors, could put up something and have you experience music and think about these albums that you know like the back of your hand in a whole different light.
There's two things to that, right? One thing is, again, it's democratizing. Some of us, myself, for example, I've had these outtakes forever because some of us have known how to get them, how to work for them, and have been able to look at the creative process of good vibrations or lots of other things. Now, because of YouTube, people uploading that stuff.
Of money. It doesn't matter.
Of unbelievable stuff because some poor kid living somewhere outside of some central zone couldn't get it otherwise. That's kind of cool. But what it's also done is it's motivated artists. Bob Dylan, for example.
The Black Friday sale is still on at Staples.
4,637 is my box. Just got in there. There's a 6 CD version for the more casual fan.